Today we'll be considering money under commerce, Genesis 1. So, what is money? Money is anything that is generally acceptable as a means of payment and settlement of debt. Anything that is generally acceptable as a means of payment and settlement of debt. So, in a country, if paper is being backed up by law and we are told to spend paper as medium of exchange, so it means that each community should be able to accept paper as a medium of exchange. And if by tomorrow too, our president says leave now want to use as the legal tender in exchange for goods and services, so it also serves as money. Before money was introduced, there are various things we use as a medium of exchange in the olden days. We use cowries, some use harrows, cows as a means of exchange. But under this topic, we'll be considering the domination of money, trade by barter system, difficulties under trade by barter system, function of money, qualities of money. So as I actually said, I said money is anything as generally acceptable as a means of payment and settlement of debt. So I want to write on that report. So that's the definition of money. Money is anything that is generally acceptable as a means of payment, as a means of exchange, and settlement of debt. You can also say is anything that is generally acceptable as a means of payment. I said before the introduction of money, there's what we call trade by barter or barter system. What do you mean by barter system? It simply means the exchange of goods for goods. That means if I have rice and you as a person has a cow, I should be able to take my own rice to you and you should be willing to collect my rice in exchange for the cow. That is goods for goods. So trade by barter simply means exchange of goods for goods. Let's trade That is what we mean by trade by barter system. Simply is defined as exchange of goods or commodities for goods. But under this system, there are difficulties, there are problems encountered under trade by barter system. Let me write on the board so I will explain one after the other. So we'll be considering these problems, these 6 problems. But we have more, but I'll be explaining these 6 problems. Problems in barter system. As I've rightly said, the meaning of barter system. I say it's about the exchange of goods or commodities for goods. So what are the problems? Number one problem is double coincidence of wants. What do you mean by double coincidence of? It simply means when I have rice and I wanted yam, maybe on my way looking for someone that wants to give me yam, I saw someone that has yam. But the person is not willing to exchange his yam with my own rice. So I have to continue looking for someone that will be willing to collect my rice in exchange for the yam. So that person that has yam but does not want my own rice, that is double coincidence of wants. But let us assume I'm able to see someone that is able to collect my own beans in exchange for the rice that I want. That is where exchange will take place. Number two, evidence of goods. There are some goods that are very, very bulky, very heavy to carry. For example, if I'm to carry 10 tubers of yam and I want to exchange it for rice, that means I have to carry all the 10 tubers to be moving from one place to the other in order to look for someone that will be willing to collect my tubers of yam in exchange for the rice that I want. Number three, difficulty in storing values. Under barter system, you cannot store value you cannot store some goods for a period of time, like perishable goods, like the tomatoes, the vegetable. After maximum of 3 days, everything will start destroy, everything will get spoiled. So there is problem in storing of value under barter system. Number four, it discourages instrumental payment. What do you mean by installment payment? You pay bit by bit. But in trade by barter system, there is no thing like instrumental payment, because you have to exchange that goods in exchange for my own goods. It should be something you do immediately. So it does not give room for instrumental payment. That means you cannot tell me, okay, I'm giving you yam now. You want to give me rice. Today you give me 1 spoon of rice. Tomorrow I should come back for another spoon of rice. No, it discourages instrumental payment. Whatsoever thing you want to exchange for my yam, you give me instantly and I will give you my own yam. Another problem there is lack of common value. What is my common value? There is no measurement to take, okay, for my whole yam. How many bags of salt? How many bags of salt will you give me in exchange for a cow? That is the problem. Will you give me 1 bag of salt in exchange for a whole cow? Are you going to give me 7 bags of salt in exchange for a whole cow? That is problem of measure value, and it discourages lending and borrowing in barter system. There is no room for lending. There is no room for borrowing. You give what you have immediately to exchange for that goods you want to get at that particular time. So we'll go to qualities of money. Qualities of money. One, so under the qualities of money, we have one, acceptability. Money should be something that is generally acceptable in the community, in the country at large. It should be generally accepted. It must be backed up by law so that everybody will accept it as money. Number two, it must be portable. It should be something should be easy to carry about. It should not be something that is very bulky. Number three, qualities of money is durability. It should be able to stay a long period of time without losing its value. Number four, divisibility. You should be able to divide money into smaller denominations. 5, recognizability. Yes, you should be able to recognize money. So when someone show you money and leaf, you should be able to differentiate between the two. Number 6, homogeneity. It should be the same. Everywhere in the part of the country, the money we spend in Ilorin should be the same 100 naira we are spending in Ilorin should be the same 100 naira we are spending in Kano. So that is homogeneity. So I want to recap for everything we've learned today. I started with what is money. We said money is anything that is generally acceptable as a means of exchange and the settlement of debt. Or it can also be defined as anything that is generally acceptable as a means of payment. I said trade by barter system too can be defined as the exchange of goods or commodity for goods. Talk about the point of barter system. Double coincidence of want, evidence of good, difficulty in storing value, discouraged instrumental payment, lack of common value, measurement of value. 6. Discouraged lending and borrowing. I will move to the qualities of money: acceptability, portability, durability, divisibility, recognizability, and homogeneity. So this is all we will be discussing today. So the assignment. So the assignment: explain 5 functions of money. So to be submitted in our next class. Thank you.